Hey guys, my name's Carly and this is my channel, The Planted Carly Flower. I am a plant enthusiast and collector with over 250 plants in my collection, and I cannot wait to talk about all of them with you today. So today we're going to talk about one in particular. We're going to talk about Hoya Polyneura. We're going to go a little bit into the care, we're going to go about what I do with mine, I'm going to show you some footage of my plants, and we're going to go over the propagation of a Polyneura. I will be cutting my Polyneura brochet in this video and propagating it, so if you want to see someone crazy and cutting the most beautiful Polyneura you've ever seen, stick around because I'm going to be that girl today.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my hair down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time?
Hoya Polyneura was discovered in 1883 by a man with the last name of Hook, and he named it the Polyneura. Poly meaning many and neura meaning nerves, due to the many veins on the leaves of the plant. Hoya Polyneura is native to the Himalayas in China, and many years ago people would have told you to run away from this plant because it did have a reputation as being a fussy Hoya, but honestly I have found the care for these to be super simple and straightforward, and I haven't had any issues with this plant since I got it. I in fact have two now, and I really enjoy both of them. They both have been very untemperamental, and as long as you know the basic care for them, they seem to thrive in a variety of conditions, and we'll go over some of those today. Let's go over a little bit about the care of Hoya Polyneura. I myself do have two Hoya Polyneuras. One is this brochet or splash or whatever you want to call it, and the other is just a typical standard Polyneura fishtail. The Polyneura is also known as the fishtail Hoya because it does look like a fish's tail, and these plants are pretty much the same care as any other Hoya with a couple different things. They like bright indirect light, like most plants in general do. It can take, even though the leaves on this plant are very thin, they're hardy. It can take some direct morning sunlight. It does get some direct morning eastern light from me, and it does just fine with that. If you're going to put it in direct light from bright and direct though, I would give it some acclimation periods. Don't let it shine on it too long. Keep checking on it so you don't burn anything, but it will take bright, direct eastern light anyway for me in the morning time when the sun isn't as strong. It obviously does well, like most other Hoyas, in well-draining soil. It is an epiphyte. Those roots are used to climbing onto rocks and trees and bark and things like that, so it definitely likes lots of air pockets, lots of space around its roots, and a well-draining soil with pumice or perlite or orchid bark or charcoal or anything like that will definitely suit it just fine. This plant I have found does like a little bit more water than most Hoyas. It does have a thinner leaf, so it doesn't store as much soil in its leaves, or water, sorry, in its leaves. So definitely keep an eye on it. Give it a drink a little bit more often than you may be giving some of your more succulent Hoyas. It does like a little bit of a different temperature. These plants can take a little bit of a cooler range than other Hoyas. A lot of Hoyas around 60, 65, you definitely want to turn the heat up a little bit, but these Hoyas can actually thrive in 45 and up. It doesn't actually like it to be super, super hot. It will dry out a lot faster. Those leaves are thin. And so basically its recommended range is 45 degrees Celsius, that's 7 degrees Celsius, or 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and that would be 24 degrees Celsius. So it can withstand a little bit of a cooler temperature, and it actually does like a little bit of a cooler temperature. I do find that it tends to thrive for me when it's a little farther away from a window with a lot of heat. I mean, it doesn't mind being closer to a drafty window in the winter. Let's see here. That's basically the bulk of it. These Hoyas, just like most Hoyas, do like humidity. It will do just fine with a humidifier or in a greenhouse cabinet. Mine are not with either. Mine are just in regular room humidity. It ranges anywhere from 10 degrees humid, or 10% humid rather, to at a good day 25% humidity in my house. So absolutely can stand regular room humidity with no amendments and humidifiers. Doesn't have a pebble tray or anything like that, and it grows, they both grow just fine. My regular Polyneura is a little bit of a slower grower than my Polyneura Splash, But I have also had the original, the regular version, a less time. So it might still be growing roots and filling out that pot for me. Both of them are in pond. I do fertilize and flush the pond every 2 weeks, and they seem to be very happy with that. I use my Dynagrow foliage fertilizer, which I will put a picture up here so you can see what that looks like, and it will be linked down below. I will also link the pots that I have it in, because a lot of people ask about those pots, and they're really good. I have a lot of my Hoyas in them, and I recommend them very much. They're self-wicking. You keep a reservoir for the plant, and it drinks as needed. It's a great system. I usually don't have to touch these plants at all until I'm ready to wash and flush them every 2 weeks. Let's see. Okay, to propagate Hoya Polyneura, you would basically take a stem cutting. And I'm going to insert a little video here where I cut my Polyneura brochet. So enjoy, because I didn't. Okay, let's go over the propagation of a Hoya Polyneura. You want some stem, so that because the stem will root, but you want a node, which is where the leaves come out of as well. And definitely you want some leaves. I mean, it can be propagated from just a stem with no leaves as long as you have a node, but I'm gonna cut it right here. And I'm going to put this part in my preferred medium, which is leca, to continue to root. Now I prefer leca to propagate my Polyneuras. I feel like they propagate very quickly in that medium. So here it is in a little clear cup, well, opaque I guess, ready to go into my cabinet to be warm and humid and to get some roots. And then I can plant it back in with my other plant. I apologize for the lighting in here. I'm not 100% sure why it's so like dim. I am losing sunlight though, so my bad. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video of me cutting my brochet. It is, like I showed you, currently rooting in leca on a heat mat in front of an eastern window and across from a southern. So they root very quickly, especially in leca for me. In about a week, I will put an update on my Instagram. So definitely follow me on Instagram if you want to see an update on that. It'll be in my stories, or maybe I'll do a post about it. I'm not sure how that'll go yet, but my link for my Instagram will be in the description box down below, so you can definitely check that out. And yeah, that's how you propagate a Polyneura. Very good, very cool. And I will definitely insert some footage of both of my plants here at the end of the video so that you can take a look at those as well. Hoya Polyneura produces beautiful flowers. They're typically white with a red center. I will put a photo up here of what their flowers and buds look like. Absolutely beautiful. I definitely hope that someday one of my Polyneuras will root or bud and flower for me, but as of right now I don't have any peduncles, and it doesn't look like that's coming anytime soon. I'm hoping that maybe by the fall, or if I'm lucky next year, something like that will happen for me, but I'm completely fine with allowing my plants to grow and thrive and waiting on those buds for sure, because it'll be a beautiful day when that does happen. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tidbit about Polyneura today. I hope you enjoyed that video of me cutting the Polyneura, and I hope you learned a little bit about a plant that you may already have, or a plant that you may be thinking of getting. I really appreciate all of you for being here today and joining me on this little trip through the world of Polyneura, or the fishtail Hoya, and I hope that you guys have a splendid rest of your day. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really rely on you guys to help me grow my channel, and it is appreciated in so many ways by me. I am on Instagram, as I mentioned before, and on TikTok, all under the Planted Cauliflower, and I really hope you guys get to spend some quality time today with your plant babies. I appreciate you all. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.